Hey folks, Todd here with Great Escape Farms. Today I am taking some pawpaws and I am individually potting them up. So I will dump this pot off on its side. I will try not to go upside down and break any branches here. And then I will individually pull the pawpaws out of here as gingerly as I can, trying not to mess with the roots, trying to do as little damage to the roots as possible. And I will put them in these 14-inch tree pots. So the pawpaws, the soil level is right about here, and the roots are gonna go all the way down to the bottom, and at this point they're probably starting to twist around. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them in here so that they can grow out. I have some in here that are small and they're getting completely shaded by the bigger ones. So just so everything gets a fair shake. It's a little bit, my timing is off. Usually I do this when they're dormant. I don't have so many in here, and I'll do it when they're dormant. It's better for the plant that way, but I have actually run out of plants to sell in my nursery, so I need them, and they are planted a little bit thick this year. So I did this a couple of weeks ago and they recovered quite well. I'm watering them a little more than I used to, but they seem to be doing just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll actually just go ahead and dump this and show you what I'm doing here. I had the camera turned around. I just want to show you how long these tap roots are. So going straight down. So this one that is just coming up right here is this guy. So its tap root is, I don't know, 12, 13 inches long, and the top part coming up is only right here. And then I have some others that just all the way down, and you can see I'm starting to twist around down here. So it's definitely time to pull them out of here and put them in their own pots. Okay, so this one, the root is dang near down the bottom there, and I have just a little bit up at the top, and I want to leave about an inch of space here because I'll give it an inch of water each time I water and let that go through. And for the foreseeable future, I'll be watering these. For this week, I'll probably do every day, and then from there on out, for the rest of the summer, I will probably do every other week. So we are making good progress here. Got it split open, got some of them pulled out. Some of them still have seeds on them. So what I will do is, after I get all of the greenery and things without seeds on them done, I will actually repot these, and they will go in 1 inch deep, and that will help pull the seeds off of most of them. They will still sprout, and then these I will mess with next year. So they will just go back in and wait a year. These are the first 9 that I've done, and you'll notice some small, some rather large, and they will go into my shaded area. And they will go in between the path here where I have about 6 to 8 inches, and that will hold them up. I think I can do 6 across here, and I will fill this up. This is a hoop house that it does not have plastic on it, but it does have shade cloth. So this is a 50% shade cloth. This one over here is a 70% shade cloth. And these are the pawpaws I did a couple weeks ago. So you can see, same thing, I have them wedged in here, and they are growing very, very nicely. And then I still have some more here to do later on this year. These are a little thinner. I may hold off on these until next year. We'll see. But I will give you a rundown in a moment, or actually a moment video-wise, where we're at here. Okay, we're going to take a 14-inch tree pot, and we're going to put this guy in. And what I want to do is, with my thumb and index finger, I want to hold it right here just above where the roots are, and I will put the rest of my hand on the pot here to kind of hold it up. And then we'll put a scoopful in each time and just pat it down slightly. And I'm holding the tree with just a little bit. So I want to hold it up and upright, but if the soil grabs a hold of the roots and pulls it down, my fingers will let loose. The last thing I want to do is break the taproot here. Breaking the taproot would cripple or kill the plant. So another thing I'm doing is every time I put soil in, I'm kind of shaking it a little and then I'm giving it a tap. Shake, tap, and now I let it go. A little bit more. Okay, and on the last one, I just kind of push in around it, give a final tap, and that's where we want it. That makes sure that we don't plant it too deep and that it's not up too high and that we have nice firm soil around the roots without breaking the roots. That has worked for me for years, and that is the way I recommend doing it. So I went in, put maybe 2-3 inches of soil in the bottom of the original pot here, and I packed it down. And then I'm gonna lay it on its side, and I'm gonna take and toss some soil in here loosely. Just like that, pack it down just a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is shoot for a little bit below this line right here. And this is where we're gonna put our seedlings. So I covered them up so the roots didn't dry out. And you know what? Looking at the size of this one, I'm gonna take some of the soil off of the bottom here, which means I'm gonna pull some out. There we go. So about like that. And then I'm going to grab the seedling, lay it up in here, and I want the seed right about even with this line. And I'll put another one right next to it. And again, I'm aiming the root in the downward direction. And I will do this all the way across. And then what I'll do is I'll put some soil over top, and then I'll do another row, and I'll do that all the way across, and I'll just keep getting higher and higher and higher until I get up to the top. And you noticed I was way down here where the tops of the seeds were. What I'll do is I'll add an inch of soil, and they will push, the plants will push their way up, leave the seed shell behind, and they will grow normally. They will be delayed, and I won't be able to do anything with these guys again until next year. So they will stay in this pot for the remainder of this year, and I will mess with them in the springtime. We ended up with 129 potted up and ready to go here, and I probably put 3 or 4 dozen, somewhere between 3 and 4 dozen back in here that had roots, but they still had the seed heads on them. So all in all, a pretty good haul, and I still have an additional 2 of these ready to go. So tomorrow's supposed to be a really hot day, so I'm going to skip tomorrow, and possibly I'll do some the following day. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and have a great day.